Hi, good morning. So this is Richard here, looking at financial performance management. I want to give you an overview of what is expected of this module, very brief, and then we can look at the first session. All right. So if I'm sharing my screen now, you will see this particular slide where I've populated almost everything which is necessary for this module. All right. So let's just go through this in a very simplified fashion. Like I said, the module title is Financial Performance Management. This is an introduction overall to what is expected of us. I'll be with you. I wanted to look at the module in terms of the teaching team, the course structure, the assessment, and then how to prepare. So that's me there with my portrait picture. You may want to catch me up if you want, if you have anytime you want us to catch up. So I've scheduled Mondays 9 to 12, if possible, if that's okay with you. It can be online. I've said in online, but if you want in person, we can also arrange Mondays as well. Wednesdays is also okay, 2 to 4, or anytime we want to can just catch up. My office is QB108 and my email address is there. All right, so overview of the module. For the financial performance management module, we are looking at a good number of items. So we'll look at financial statements, financial reporting as a whole. We'll look at non-financial information. We'll also consider the balance scorecard, integrated reporting with 8-6 multiple capitals. Balance scorecard, Kaplan-Norton balance scorecard, I mean. So the 4 dimensions of the balance scorecard typically. And then again, we'll walk into some budgeting and variance analysis. Very basic one, very basic. There's some capital investment appraisal techniques. Again, we'll look at more of the net present value, the payback period. Typically, these are the main two we teach, but I'll guide you through the other methods as well, like profitability index. Something pops up here. Let me just close this one. Okay. So that the profitability index, the discounted payback period, the average accounting rate of return. So we'll split them between the discounted cash flow methods and the non-discounted cash flow methods. All right. Then a little bit of full costing and activity-based costing. Then some cost volume profit analysis with a break-even, target profit, safe margin of safety, this stuff. Okay. Then yeah, that's it. So your assessment typically will not cover much of the management accounting principles or topics, but more of the non-financial and then the financial reporting. You realize this on the business webpage split into these 3 learning frameworks. You discover, you explore, you share, and apply. Then some additional checklists. Okay, so you see the slides being populated, the videos being populated, some additional reading in the exploring, and then the seminar tutorial questions in the share and apply. Okay, so discover will take more of the lectures. What are we looking at over here? We're looking at some components of this module. We've split them into certain bits and pieces. Okay, so we recommend that you get familiar with the contents page on Moodle. The learning and teaching assessment or feedback plan. It is more like the module handbook, let me put it that way. So what is expected of each chapter, which chapter to look at, which materials. So it's a module handbook. It's a module handbook. And then we look at assessment brief. Again, you find this online. And then the reading list, which goes week by week. All right. Again, you get the lecture slides, the seminar resources, other readings. Please read them in advance before you attend the classes. Check your timetables. Be sure where you are before you join the class. All right. Let's move on. With assessment brief, what is expected of us? You choose a company, and then you justify why you chose that company. You choose its competitor. You justify why you chose that competitor. When you prepare a report, which is 3,500 words long, it's an individual report, do not use AI. Do not use ChatGPT, whether premium version. We will find out and will penalize you if you use AI for your assessment. You must pass. You must pass. So the first part is purely financial analysis, financial ratio analysis. So you do about 5 categories of financial ratios. Compare your main company with a competitor. That's it. And then look at the movement, the changes, and why. Link it back to the financial statements. Discuss some comparative critical thinking is what is needed here. Okay, we'll give you a template to use for the calculation of the ratios. You want to use your own method, that's okay, but make it simple, make it basic. All right, you're writing the assessment as if the one who is marking has no idea about the topic you are writing about. So very basic. That's why we're giving you a basic template to use. All right. The second part, we'll look at the Kaplan and Norton's balance scorecard. So this one you apply to your main company, not the competitor. So the competitor you choose is purely for financial ratio analysis in the first part. In the second part of your work and the third part of your work, you are only limiting it to your main company. So I choose a company like which company? Let me say Coca-Cola. And then I choose a competitor, Pepsi, because they are all in the same industry. They all have the same range of products. I justify it. So that one I use these ones for the first part of the analysis, the financial ratios. When I come to the second part of the work, the balance scorecard, I only limit it to my main company, Coca-Cola. The third part, I look at integrated reporting framework with its 6 multiple capitals. I limit it to Coca-Cola. That's it. Then your presentation, the structure, your referencing, the in-text citation, the grammar, the formatting will take 10%. Easy, right? We'll tell you not to use certain companies. You'll find this on the Module side. Coca-Cola, don't use it. Pepsi, don't use it. Mona Lisa, Impala, Clothing, Viasat, don't use it. We'll list those ones. So please follow the guidelines and the instructions. All right, so this is how we are just suggesting. We're just suggesting a proposed structure of the report. So introduction, like 250 words. Conclusion could also take 250 words. And then you split the 3,000 words amongst the 3 parts. So your financial ratio analysis, your balance scorecard, your integrated reporting will take 1,000 words each. All right. And then you have to provide an appendix of the calculations you've done, an appendix of the sources of information you use to calculate. In fact, in the balance scorecard, it is ideal that you would also do what? Construct or develop a balance scorecard or a strategy map, whichever is applicable you want to use. You must develop one of these to score very good marks. Okay, so your work will be enhanced with subsections, with an abstract, with an executive summary, with a table of contents, with an appendices. Otherwise, you may not pass as much as you can. There is a rubric. We have populated it, so rubric will guide you where do you want to be. I would always say, please, you can be within the very good to the excellent and outstanding. There are people who score over 90% in this, so you can always use this. All right. So I'm gonna end here in the next few seconds or minutes. So we'll support you. We'll support you. Okay. There's the brief is there. The rubric is there. Come to the seminars. There's a office hours are there. All right. So ask questions if you don't find something so meaningful. Ask questions. In the seminars, no question is sorry to say silly or not necessary. All questions are necessary. All answers are right. So please, this paper doesn't really have like a one size fits all, a correct answer or a wrong answer. I don't want to say a wrong answer, a correct answer, but there can be a wrong answer. There can be a wrong answer. So what I'm saying is that you all choose different companies. That's it. And you work it out. All right, friends, you'll be fine when I meet you. Any questions, ask in class, send an email, request an online meeting, and we will be there to support you. This is the first part or an introduction of this module, I'll end here. You'll see me on the other side. All right. Thank you. Bye for now.